You're about to be witnessing here, guys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. I think the phone is on, not low battery, but on the battery. So basically, what I was saying is, police appeal for witnesses of a drive-by shooting in London. I'm not too familiar with the area. I don't live in London, obviously. I live in Shifnal, Ifnal. And some people that live there in London are probably scared what's happened. That some people may leave the area because of what's happened as well and move because of the incidents. Most people wouldn't want to be there in the same area after they've been injured or hit by a gun or stabbed or something like that. It's not very nice for people to hear. And some of these people, crazy people, get a thrill out of doing this to people, injuring people, harming people. It's the same thing with bullies online. They get enjoyment of upsetting someone's day and someone's life. But when the tables turn on them, they plead and beg they're so sorry. But the thing is, the damage is done. Guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls. If you had a friend or a family member that went through this, probably have. Some people don't talk about it, but let's see what happens on this video. I mean, it's very sickening, of course, and you would have thought in the UK, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, they probably had their own crimes and levels of violence. But across the world, it's probably worse than the UK. Everywhere has its crime. But what I'm saying is, they didn't deserve what happened just because of a crazy person with a disorder up here thinks it's okay to go around murdering people and stabbing people for no reason and shooting people just because they've got problems with their life. And we all have problems, but we don't go around harassing people, shooting people and stabbing people. I mean, most people use it with fists and violence, but what would you decide and think? Is it wrong what's happened? Of course it is. Their friends and family are going to be damaged for the rest of their lives. Let's play and see what happens.
The person filming heads for an exit. Topsy-turvy flashes of stained glass windows tell us something about the location and the mood. Inside the St. Aloysius Church, there is panic. People shout out the names of their loved ones. Others issue commands. It's all so much quieter today. There's little to indicate that a memorial service for a mother and her daughter had been interrupted. People's grief buffeted by close-range violence. Dorothea Hackman runs the food bank next door to the church.
A gun fired in broad daylight on our streets. The only person I've spoken to was utterly traumatised by it.
What?
And they were inside or outside?
Inside.
Dorothea describes how people from the service were sprinting away from the church in fear. And the person
Drink one of these as well.
How are they feeling?
So shaken that I don't think she'll come outdoors for a long time.
So far, the Met Police have told journalists that shots were fired from a moving vehicle. They've identified the model of the car and the type of gun used.
We know that the black Toyota was driving this way towards the church. There were people gathered outside after the memorial service, and then whoever was in the car pulled out a shotgun and sprayed pellets into the crowd.
We have a significant number of specialist detectives and local officers working around the clock, but we also need the public's help. We want to hear from anyone who witnessed the incident or has information about it.
This morning, the Labour leader Keir Starmer went to a briefing on the shooting. Camden is his constituency, and he nodded to the bigger picture.
I've always said we should toughen up our gun laws. I mean, the incident, tragic incident in my constituency yesterday is ongoing. Our thoughts are, of course, with all those concerned.
6 people were injured, 4 women, one of whom now has potentially life-changing injuries at 48 years old. A 12-year-old girl's leg was injured, and a 7-year-old girl is in a life-threatening condition. And there's another story here, already so tragic. This mother and daughter died 25 days apart.
Disgusting,
Yesterday,
innit?
people simply wanted to share their love and respect.
Well, what do you guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen think about it? The thing is with this, is it keeps happening over and over again. Different people, different faces. The people that have done this crime to these families, will there be retaliation? Of course there's going to be. Will these people's families go after them? Of course they're going to. The police can't be everywhere to protect people and their families. But now they put their families as targets, and their families innocent in their family. Mind you, the people that have done these crimes, some of their families don't even do the sort of stuff what they do. But now they're putting their families' lives in jeopardy. And, you know, they're a target now because of their stupidity. We all get angry and annoyed. But we don't just wake up one day and think, oh, we're going to shoot someone or kill someone one day. Or annoy somebody. If you people with problems like that hate the world, then why drag everybody else with you and down with you to make them miserable? They don't deserve it either. Speak to someone, get a therapist, get a counsellor, get a psychologist. Some of them can't. Some of them want to do the damage, then say, oh, I didn't really mean to shoot someone or kill someone, or do all the horrible crimes that people see in the world. But you did it. The damage is done. You can't rewind the clock. It's not a game. You can't go back in time and save yourself from doing it. Once you've done damage like this, you don't respawn in the game. It's not Call of Duty. It's not GTA. But anyway, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, tell me what you think about this. Do you think it's sickening? I do. But anyway, I better go. Thank you for joining me. Keep safe and see you in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.